Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Farm, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I spend a lot of time out here, but I got a nice little thing for you today. Oh, and I'm in the book. This is the concept of perfection in action. That means to practice what you're learning, manifest the concepts that you're learning and what people told you about or how ancient did. Find out for yourself. You can know for yourself what it works or how it works by practicing it yourself. This is the lesson called perfection in action. Let's go. This is practicing what you learn. Writers in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. Hope you practice it. This is the last lesson you need to learn right here, perfection in action. You tune in to receive, and I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself, more known now as self mastery. That's right. That's our goal. My mission as a right thinker is to have all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I ask the question: do you know you? Well, when I get through, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right? Think of know thyself and to Maya be true. All right. P from philosophy on perfection in action. This is what I do daily. You can too. Once you get the lesson, you start practicing it like I do. Perfection is the mystic of the mystical teachings, right thinking or Maya philosophy. Is perfect harmony, living in the terms of your actions and the path of Maya. What this implies is that you're living in a harmonious and a balanced way of thinking and a manner of living within the philosophy you learn it by Maya. The 42 confessions, learning how not to do these things, put yourself in a better position, wherein now you are living in coordinates between your desires and the events of the world. You have them under control. Most people don't control their desires in the world. So when there is no conflict or no contradiction in your lifestyle, meaning your heart and mind is functioning as one. That's the harmony of two opposites. When you get that concept, and that's what my philosophy wants you to be, now you're in a state of mind where you're in control of what? Your lower self. So it don't run you. Your ego don't sway you this way or get you going that way. No, you're running the show, so to speak. And that's where you want to be. That's perfection in action. Why? You got to practice what you learn. And in this state of mind, in this state of being, now your feelings of a person and your desires will flow what? Spontaneously with what? Nature. That means your higher self is telling your heart self, this is what we're doing. And because the heart is in coherence and with compliance with what the mind is, because it's educated, it's enlightened, it will put them together. And now you're working with what we call God, nature. And okay, feeling person, okay, desire. And you'll have a spontaneous reaction by what? Doing what's right. It comes natural. It's the natural flow to do what's right. I'm practicing it. It's hard in the beginning, but man, it gets to be so easy where I'm just doing the right thing. I don't give a crap. My pastor tell you, I'm not gonna let you take me to hell with you. Me doing the right thing keeps me from going to hell with you. You do what you want to do. I'm doing the right thing. Why? That's what you get blessed for. Trust me. And whatever, and this is spontaneous in nature. So with whatever you do, the necessities are for your duties in your life is to live it to your best ability. That's your choice. That's your inalienable right. But if you don't have the wherewithal and knowledge of self, you can't do that. A lot of us just don't. Why? Ignorance. Moving on. So, for example, let me show you right this. This is a perfect example. Again, day in the life. Suppose that you wanted to go out to the park, but it began to snow. So much that you couldn't go out the house. Now you snowed in. Perfection in action is when now your philosophy and understanding had to take over and put it into effect. So you would not be, you could, perfection in action, would not be to what? Mope about. No, 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 no. It would be, you would what? It curse the snow and Mother Nature. It may be for a better opportunity if you're thinking, right, to use this time to catch up on some other work. Put that energy instead of being negative and upset. Put it somewhere positive. You can benefit. Do some work around the house. Catch up on things you might want to do. That's right thinking, right living, and that's perfection in action. So now you need to do or engage in something other that's equally rewarding to you as a pastime, such as perfect for me, reading and meditation. Those are two things that I get my things on. So whatever it is that gets you happy or pleases you, those are things that you want to do what for you. That's perfection in action. Now, suppose you expect it to go away on a vacation. Oh, this actually happened to me. In the same morning, you plan to leave, a tree fall on your house and damage will require the entire amount, the money you had planned to spend on your vacation. What do you do? Most people, again, I can't speak for nobody but myself. But when you throw it out there like that, everybody has a chance to make the decision. And for what it's based on, a lot of us ain't good decision makers when crucial thinking. First thing, oh, I'm no. But perfection action here would not to be a grumble and complain about what the misfortune situation that happened, but to bear your adversity with the poise, knowing that this can be taken care. Adverse situations there for a reason. God hasn't caused this situation, so it's in His hands, and for a purpose. For that, there is what no use of you for that purpose. You don't control nature. You don't control none of that. So you don't get caught up in that. You don't lose your mental balance, getting all frazzled. When my car got towed up, everybody expect me to freak out. The old me would have freaked out, but you can't claim to be different doing the same old stuff. So I solidified that position. I'm glad about that. Why? I proved to myself perfection in action. All that stuff you read, all the stuff you teach, yeah. But when it's time to show, a lot of us fall short. I ain't fell short yet, and I'm trying to. That's the difference. Stand up and be recognized for what you believe and how you believe it should be done. I'm still doing it to this day. So again, perfection in action is what we call the graceful fluid movement. It's effortless. Okay, Chinese, they got Bruce Lee tell you, be like water, my friend. The Tao said the way, fluid. Just go with the flow. I got some advice from my pastor. I said, Pastor, things in my life is going right. Everything's happening. He said, brother, right? Just hold on. Just hold on. Go with the flow. So I've been just rocking and rolling, going with the flow. Why? It's the best thing I could do. Why? I don't get upset. I'm not mad. I'm loving it. So I just go with the flow now. That's perfection in action. I'm experiencing it for myself. I can tell you, yeah, that's what you should try to get yourself in. Why it's a good place to be. It's just a good place to be within yourself while trying to achieve, first of all, perfection in action is that graceful fluid movement that's effortless once you get used to it. Remember, I practice it daily. And it's a way of life in which your moves, in the way you move in the world. I'm at the gym this morning. I go in and got my book. The lady said, oh, I've been telling about you. I said, this guy at the gym, he's very smart. I said, why would you say that? He always carries a book. You're always reading. I said, okay. She said, but no. You smart. So I gave her my card and let her check me out. So I'm gonna see what she said tomorrow because I see people at the gym every day, so I get the conversation. But yeah, and she see me, she see how I move, and she figured you must be smart. Okay, oh, I appreciate that. But now, suppose you expect it. Excuse me. Okay, Diane. So now, while you trying to achieve certain goals in life, I'm in the gym every day to keep my physical fitness up. But I studying every day in the gym. I go in and do my work with my book, get my work, and then get my study on. That's a win-win for me. They know I use the machines. After I get done, I need the massage and the bed and the chair. But yeah, I got a nice little routine. And I'm doing that to what? Perfect my actions for myself in what? My daily life. What else am I be doing? And while trying to gain a certain result, physical fitness, from your actions, I go to the gym to keep in good physical condition. You should not depend on these for what? Your inner fulfillment. With this attitude, you will be surprised at how much you are able to really accomplish because you have not wasted any of your spare time with being angry or finding grief in your actions. You will become highly qualitative now. Everything for reason and purpose. And it inspired. You're inspired. Thus, now you will be more successful in any endeavor due to your what? Inner powers of concentration and your ability to perfect your actions from the lessons that you're learning and studying. You're living them, and that's how you get rewarded. And it builds your concentration and it gives you inner strength. That means you're getting stronger from the inside. Not for no, I ain't no. I don't lift no damn weights at the gym. I'm going to do that. I lift 15 pounds, keep all the routine. But I'm not in there jerking and humping. No, I don't do that. I get on my bike, get my book, and do my thing. I do what works for me. I ain't there to become Johnny Atlas. But I got a few people, and I respect a person's discipline to be there every day at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I got 3 girls. I call them my gym girls. Okay, my gym angels. Why? They there every morning, just like me. And we recognize and we not. We've been doing this for years. We got years at this. Not just no. We've been doing this for a while. That's some like consistency. They respect me walking in. I respect them. They there like clockwork. But I like that. You build relationships based on what you do. I don't know their names. How about that? Don't even know their names. Don't care. Don't even want. We meet it. I see you at the gym. That's it. Moving on. Relationships. Yeah, I got a friend. Everybody knew this was my dude. We played basketball together. We didn't hang out. We just played basketball. And everybody swear to God, that's my best friend. No, that's my basketball buddy. I got card playing buddies. I got girl chasing buddies. I got drug dealing buddies. I got all different kind of people what I was doing when I was doing, and I put them there for that purpose. Other than that, but you have to do what you do, and that's how I did back then. But I've changed my concept, and I changed my life for the better. Now I'm learning how to do the right thing, and I'm implementing that. That's where I'm at right now. So now your actions will what? Be recognized by other people. You never know who's watching you. Again, as long as you're doing what's right, people will recognize that. You remember, oh, I'm so and so, I do so and so. Man, I don't do that. They don't know what I do. They don't need to know. I'm a teacher. I do as far as they going. Get my card. That's it. I'm moving on. All right. But now, when you're doing this, your inner strength, along with this, you will now experience right there. You have to have your own experience of uninterrupted one-on-one connection with God. That's called inner peace, peace within oneself, which will carry you through any adversity of life. This is what the Christians in the y'all believe. That's what it is. Your faith and belief got to be strong enough that it'll get you through any situation. All you got to do is believe. I get that concept. I understand it. I use it. Hello, it's a philosophy. It's all it is. And y'all can call him Jesus. That don't make a difference to me. If who you call on answers and blesses you, it don't make a difference if somebody do it or don't do it. All you worry about is you. The God that I serve serves and blesses me. That's all I can speak about. And that's all I care about. Now, with that, let's talk about the path of Mayat as a spiritual discipline. Now we go, uh-oh. I got a whole page of information. I got 15 minutes to get in there. Let's see if I can make it happen. Let's go. The path of Mayat as spiritual discipline. If you don't have spiritual discipline, mean rules that govern you, and spiritual discipline to follow them, you ain't gonna make it. That's what they're talking about right now. So for those who desire to tread the path right through philosophy, we follow Mayat philosophy, should allow your devotional feelings to flow toward what? The Divine Mother. With us, Mayat is God. Understand that. I'm repping God. You must begin to feel that what your actions, perfected thoughts, good, right, and your words are those of who? The goddess Mayat. I tell you, I eat, sleep, and drink Mayat. Just gonna tell you why. Place yourself in her hands, right there, and allow her loving hands to guide you. Those are the 42 confessions I live by. Let that be the guide for you and how you live. That's what they're saying right here. I'm gonna make it real easy for you. I'm gonna do the 42 confessions coming up. But you got to feel that any adversity that you have created for yourself because your feathers and your ignorance will be overcome. How? Through the grace of Maya. Okay? See adversity as life lessons from who? From the Divine Mother. And you chant her name in adoration, and you give her praise and devotion as the very source of your strength. I do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm telling you now. And it will destroy what is what? Ignorant. Her enemy is chaos and ignorance, okay? So her goal is to destroy the ignorance in you, in your sinful acts, in your within yourself. Again, it don't happen outside you, it's inside you. So as to be able to now purify your heart, you chant thus. The divine, it says, Om Mayate Am Makaru. I know what that means. That's pure speech. Nothing else in the Egyptian stuff I hear. I know when I hear Makaru. That means the divine self is manifesting as Mayate, meaning the action that you're performing, and it grant that I become purified and enlightened by my actions and my desires to do what? The right thing. That's important. You yourself must strive to understand, pay attention, that your struggles have not come to you by accident. This is a test. The human experience is a test for the spirit, for the soul, to see if you can pass. And just as your prosperity also has not come to you by accident. Those who understand, my pastor, perfect example. If it's good, it's God. If it's bad, it's the devil. That's it. That's it. No, that's it. He's been that way since I know him, so I ain't got a problem with that. But you need to understand that God of your understanding, the one that you call God, no, yours, yourself, in the form of Mayat, that's my God, is behind every situation in your life, just as she is behind the relentless and the perfect moments of the plants and the stars. With this wisdom, you need to be able to develop your own feeling and the commitment within your own self, and to avoid this useless negativity expectation which is driven by your ego. The ego have to be put in check. People expect things out of life, but if you don't put the work in, how you gonna expect something out? Come on, now they going to the bank. You ain't got no money in there. What you going there for? You gonna rob it? And that ain't happening too much now. But not realizing in life that the world is not set up to pamper anyone's ego. Anybody thinking the world owed them something, we all know them kind of people. I'm so-and-so and so-and-so. I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. At Judgment Day, don't give a damn who you was, what you did, so that don't mean a damn thing. Your actions and your deeds are what we're going to check you on. So if your heart is good, you're a good person, that's all we care about. And what you did, don't make a difference. Okay? Be that good person and move on. Where we at? You must have, okay. Okay, the best. Okay, anyone's ego. The world ain't here for you. You think the world give a damn? I gave you The rude awakening. The rude awakening, damn the world, you got to realize your family and friends don't give a damn about you. So never mind the world, it got its own thing going on. That sun is there to go across the sky in 12 hours and go into the dua and come back and do it again. It ain't said a word since it had the job. I tell you, when life totes your water, that means do what you got to do and don't bitch. You may expect things and to work for things. That's how you good. You want something, you work for it. But you expect things out of life. But knowing that the divine, it say believing, it say knowing that the divine mother, Maya, will grant you whatever you need is just as good as a parent who provides what their child's needs. Sound familiar? That's what parents do. Give you what you need, not what you want. If you give people what they want, hell, they're greedy. They want it all the time. But if you give them what they need, it needs to be just like yours and mine. Understand that. You may pray for material things. That's the biggest problem right there. You're praying for things, material things. Don't pray for that. Why you gonna get that? Don't pray for it. Go get your damn job, make your money, and go get it. Pray for strength. Pray for understanding. How about those? Oh, I'm see? That ain't material. That ain't what you can see, taste, touch, or feel. That's what's intangible that y'all don't see. That's spiritual and mental, where we don't reside. We reside in the physical, okay? And your desires for these things, but not all of your prayers will what? Be answered. Why is that? Because there is a higher intelligence that knows what is even best for you. My pastor's been saying it for years. God knows your heart. I'm in complete compliance now with my understanding, my intellect and study over the years, but it's for a different reason and purpose. But I get what he's saying. I understand it. Why? God dwells in the heart and in the mind. Heart, mind, coherence, that's God. That's my explanation. That's my philosophy that I come up with after studying and putting it together. This is my concept. So therefore, a spiritual aspect, aka right thinker, follower of our philosophy, Maya, you should be you should be willing to what? Surrender your egoistic ways and your will and your egoistic desires of the flesh and that will of the divine self. You should surrender yourself to your higher self and not always just think about pleasing and satisfying yourself. When you do this, what's going to happen? You will now realize the tension, the anxiety, and the stress that you created by presenting yourself was useless. By pressuring yourself what? Useless and destructive because it only led you away from your true inner self, inner peace, and it did not allow you to have personal clarity of one's mind to see the way out, aka right thinking, of your situations in life. If you're not a right thinker, if you don't have the wherewithal to put things together and understand, you're going to have problems called fetters in life. You're going to always be caught out there in bad situations, wondering, how did I end up here? But you don't want to keep ending up there. You don't want to keep wondering how I end. Really? You yourself must develop a lifestyle of balance and harmony that works in your life. Don't worry about me. Well, you said, no, do what works for you. That's our point. That's our concept. I'm doing what works for me. This may not work for you. You might not want to get teacher philosophy, have people depend on you with some information every day. That ain't for everybody. Moving on. But this is what I call Maya, aka right thinking philosophy. I live it. You must be able to develop that conscious within yourself. So in this state of balance, now you will be able to know which direction to take in life. The right from the wrong. That's not right, I'm going that way. If that's wrong, I'm going that way. Your decision making have to be so spot on that you do it. That's called discernment. It's clicking. Right, wrong, indifferent. I got to keep moving. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. And this, again, is the guidance from what we call our divine mother, which is Maya. Keeps the balance in your life, breaks everything down, and holds you responsible to do what you need to do. I'm going to tell you, as a parent, if I say clean your room up, that means clean your room up. If I say do You do that. Why? I done showed you. I done put you in position to do it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you. Moving on. Let me wrap it up. I appreciate you tuning in. Here we go. Taking it in. Pray each morning. Not for things. I pray every morning. Have been for the last 15 years. It ain't near time I pray for things. Stuff. Pray each morning that the divine self that's in you may use you. Let me be the vehicle. Let me be your tool to help what? Better the world. I'm trying to help the world. I ain't trying to help myself. I'm trying to help anybody who invests their time and energy and check what I'm doing out. That's for anybody in the world. It's universal. And you pray what? That you're able to be led to purity of your heart by the what? Perfect action that you live by. Holding yourself accountable. That your mind should be cleansed of negativity and egoistic thoughts and egoistic ideas and emotions such as, you ready? Anger, hatred, jealousy, greed, anxiety, stress, dullness of mind, insecurity, immaturity, agitation. I can go on. And that's all the things that the satanic, egotistical people deal with on a day-to-day basis and don't have a clue what to do, which is crippling what? Your ability to discover the divine bliss and happiness that lies within you. You got to go inside you to find it. That's where he's hiding. God's inside you. I'm on the hidden one. Where's he hidden? Inside of you. They took God, put him somewhere else. I ain't with that. That's why I don't follow nobody's religious constant belief system. As you do these things for yourself, what'll happen? You yourself will now have developed an insight into your own life's calling. When you recognize what you come here to do, when you realize this is what I'm here to do, that's a calling. I got mine. I'm fulfilling it every day. And when you discover it for yourself, you will feel a more deeper and sincere enjoyment from yourself, from the work in which you cannot be measured in what? Monetary sense. I don't do this for the money. I don't give a damn about your money. I love knowing I'm helping somebody else. I love when people tell me they appreciate the lesson I'm giving them. That's what I do it for. Oh, then, no, it's so different. See, you don't see the money, ain't no value for that money. To me, I don't do it for the money. Love the comments, keep it coming. All right, but again, since righteousness and right thinking leads to right actions and selfless service, daily meditation, these are things that I do. This is what I do. Study of the teachers, self-control, emotional control, thinking with equanimity, living in harmony, obtaining peace, following order to gain contentment, and all this is done in the effacement of my ego. Ego ain't got a damn thing on me. He don't got no say so. He do and say and go where I say. He don't have no rulership at all. And I'm drowning in the liquor of my yacht. I swim in my yacht. I relish in my yacht because I'm defeating my ego. Y'all call it the devil, whoever you want to call it. But that negative aspect of my character, I beats his ass every day. Why? He ain't going nowhere. He be right here. When the sun go down in the west today, he got to deal with the prophets again. Prophets don't give it. I'll be right here. I ain't going nowhere. You'll deal with me. That's a part of life cycle that we got to understand. When the sun come up, it's go time. When it go down, you get time to rest and get yourself together, right? Get ready for tomorrow because it's just gonna come back and it's go time again. He got to do it too. Sun don't get it free. He don't get no. He got to do what he got to do too. Philosophically, that's all I'm in it for. I'll be right back. Let me take it home. This is a lesson good, and I hope you understand this lesson. This is my thing. A spiritual aspirant, aka a follower, right thing, a follower. You must surround yourself with this divine nectar. I tell you, just wallow in it. Why? Because it is the substance which leads to what? Spiritual enlightenment, aka nihas, or self-mastery. You want to be the master of yourself, and these are the things you need to do to make that happen, and it's all up to you. So the realization of you, what? Spiritual enlightenment is you coming to the realization that what? Immortality and supreme bliss while still alive in life and knowing you got one beyond this. He didn't reach that level. He thought that was the end. I ain't listen. I know when death comes, no big deal. Why? I got somewhere else to go. I know that. Those who are ignorant themselves don't know that. Those who got spiritual enlightenment, those who follow my concepts, know that. So take your choice, your pick. I hope you enjoy the lesson. I sure enjoy giving it. I have fun. I'm about to get into some more philosophy, but right now I got to go. So, in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me 100 miles a day. So I've never known of my right thinkers who understand what? The perfection in action and the path of Mayat as a spiritual discipline and passed away. Boy, those are two good lessons. I hope you enjoyed them.